What genre are we trying to to bring out in our music? Because we are talking about, you hear people singing about Wells Fargo in America because they've heard someone in America talking about it. They've never been there. They have no idea what it is. But this is what we're now trying to sing here in Zimbabwe. Let's come back to the grassroots. Who are we as a people? And this is what we can take and sell and package properly and sell to the rest of the world. Um, we also need to understand who the drivers are in terms of the creative and cultural industry. Who are the main drivers? Who are the value players? Who are the people who are going to exist in this value chain? And what do we stand to benefit from the people in this value chain? These are the things that are very important to us. And we need to put that down and clearly define who the people we need to approach and speak to, and who will assist us in terms of developing our value chain as a youth. The definition of the creative and cultural industry maybe from 30 years ago may not be the same today, but it doesn't mean that we need to forget where we're coming from as a people. And I think we've lost that. Unfortunately, we have taken up the cultures of the world and then made them our own, which is pretty sad. But at least we are recognizing that and realizing that we need to make a change. We also need to know how, as youth, we're going to influence this process. It's not enough to say that the government policy is already in place. Do they speak to what we want to do? They may probably not. Well, like you rightfully said, it's people sitting in a room who are going to discuss but are not involving. It needs to be an all-encompassing process where we go back to the grassroots. In fact, it needs to come from a point where a child who is in grade 1, who's at school, can imagine that I can have a career in music, I can have a career in curating, I can have a career in sculpting. The moment someone doesn't see the value of, unfortunately, we've been brought up to believe that for you to make it in life, you need to have maths. If you don't have maths, I'm not using maths right now. You know what I mean? I'm not using it. I don't think any of us are using it really. You know what I mean? So it needs to start from education, right? Like I said, it's all encompassing. Let's start from the education side of things. What are we teaching our children? Our children must understand that making it in life doesn't necessarily mean having an office job. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have an accountant, that you have to work in the government, etc. Cultural and creative industries also have room for people to make it in life.